Hello, welcome to, I think, Tiers 19, if I recall correctly. Building something in Trainz, a project, a route, I think set somewhere on an eastern continent, if you go far enough east. Oh right, the Milton Valley Railroad, yes of course. So, hello Kangofango. Hello, yes. Coming down real soon. Which intersection are you coming up on now? 21st and 75th. Yes, you do in fact recall correctly. Just 19th Senate edition. Ah, that's good then. Good thing it did not go into a database rebuild this time. We'll see. I know you can't see it. That's by design. As opposed to by accident. Good evening, yes. Might as well switch over now. There you go. See, told you there wasn't much to see yet. Ah, here we are. Right. Hello. Sorry, I thought I just heard. I thought I just heard someone saying something I don't know what, but just something along the lines of, oh no, well, first of all, why is this laggy? This wasn't laggy before. One moment, I quickly need to check something. Yeah, I thought I heard someone say something along the lines of that we were done with this area for now, and that we're gonna do a bit more scenery work. If that is true. Nope, there's nothing else running that. Okay. Fine. In that case. Why in that case? Why not in this case? Yeah, in that case, I'll switch over in a moment. Now that I've found the thing. Dun, 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 dun. Just need to quickly put it to the correct size again. There we are. Right. Yes, that was me. I didn't say it out loud, but I did say it. If that is true, we're all in for a big ol' shock, eh? Yeah, because this area over here... Wait, is it the cars? This is mystifying. I literally didn't have anything else running beforehand that could have... Why? Hold on. Gotta check the settings. Ah, maybe that's why. If I turn that down to 2, is that better? Not really. Why? This wasn't the case before when I built this. Hold on. If I need to see if I can fix this. Hold on, maybe I can turn shadows off. Although that means I'd have to restart Trainz, and that might... Then it might go into database to rebuild. No, it's going to be less laggy over here. Because we are going to be working on, over here, this branch, or this line. It's going through the tunnel here. Remember when we built this 10 years ago? Do you remember that? In that case, or in a suitcase, or is that a suitcase, or is the case of the 12... What? In that case, is it a suitcase, or is it the case of the 12 rowan berries? Oh yeah, you cranked up the drawer since in order to zoom out, still having the buildings rendered. Yes, 12 stolen rowan berries. Ah, right. Yeah, but... Anyway. Yes, so this area, as continuing over here. Now, I wanted to reach kind of a suburb of the city. So I want to be fields along here, and then going through a little spread out housing to a station, and maybe have a cement works over here. Because that would mean that I would the gravel from the gravel pit would come from up there. It'd have to go straight along here, and then go all the way into here, into the yard, where it would then have to... Either the same locomotive or another locomotive would then have to run around and then take it back up the line over here, and then along this branch to the cement works. And the cement would likely have to do the same thing, but we don't know where that is going to go yet, if it is going to go anywhere. Emphasis on stolen, as I had forgotten that word before. Also, I remember when you were working on that tunnel, it was Trainz 87, the last one with Mr. W in VC, along with Les Vigiaro. I guess you're right. I fondly remember that. Ah. Okay, let's just give it a bit more space. I think that should be fine-ish. Fine-ish. Yes. Okay. There we are. Did I check how many miles this was already long? Hold on. I'll just... no, not that one. Hold on. I want to place a locomotive so I can quickly check how long the distance is. No, not the monorail. Hold on. Why not? So if I place it... So I want it from the last station. I think it has to be the cars, right? Because as soon as the cars are rendered, it's really laggy. If I go over here, where the cars are not rendered, you can see immediately the performance increases. Still not very smooth, but then as soon as the cars are rendered, the performance just goes way down. I might do some testing, make a copy of the route, then use the find and replace tool to get rid of all of these car assets. And because these might be quite high poly. I don't know. And then we'll see. Oh hey, Ghost Burr 134, hello. You catch me at my best. Well, ish. Well, not at my worst. Last time you also said it was the static car as well. Have you managed to find out whether this was the cause of the lag-related issues since then? No, I haven't looked into it. I have not at the time. Well, cars from the 50s were a lot slower than modern cars. You're right. Well, mostly. If you take the fastest car from both, I'm sure you're right. Hello. So in my Saturday Star Trek game with Kango, there was a character who had an unconscious spacewalk without a suit. He survived, but the shuttle is has the issues. It's not a shuttle, it's a Tholian Widow, but it's fine. Well, it's not fine, but it might be fine. And much more high poly. Now you just switch the junctions. The smooth performance of the map. What a beautiful thing. Well, not that one. This one. Okay, so it's already just under 2 miles. Just look at the cars from these days. Yes, you're right. The cars nowadays were much more high poly. That's not a care, it's a Lego. Yeah, I don't very much care for it either. Looks like a blooming LOD mesh for an AI car in a video game. Yeah. Okay, just under 2 miles already to that point. Which means, actually I'm gonna get the, what's it called, the station, apologies, curved, nope, curve, nope, what was it called? Tell you what, I'm gonna look on my other map what the station is called, the invisible one. Something AJS, I think. But I want to get a specific one. This route I'm about to that I'm loading is already on DLS. Pilsbergbahn Mountain Railway. For my 100th Trainz live stream. It's already a while ago now. Also, has anyone heard word from the city's mayor? No. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. It's taking it, just 1 second. I just want to double check, just to make sure there's not anything else running in the background that could be potentially causing issues. 1 moment. I need to double check. Nope, can't find anything. Okay, yes, so this is the Pilsbergbahn Mountain Railway. Looks better with a higher field of view. Well, not field of view, render distance, I mean. This is the map, in case you were interested. Right, the station, yes. Now it's laggy over here as well. Maybe I should have restarted, but I couldn't have restarted before because there wasn't time. Because sometimes it takes ages to restart. CLAGS station for gradients. Or just the 150s. Probably just that one. Not since he ran off and eloped with Miss Sasquatch. Maybe the mayor is running in the background. Hahaha. Perhaps. Alright, well I hope they're getting along alright. I've sent a parachute package containing a postcard by airplane 2 days back. Hopefully he'll get it. Oh, I'm sure he has. The by airplane, not the postcard, I mean. I think they are still on their honeymoon. Oh, yes, and that, how long is that usually? 4 months? 12 months-ish? Oh, that, of course the locomotive's back because I didn't save after I deleted it. Okay, hopefully I remember how to make scenery. Like countryside scenery. Okay, so it's about 2 miles to this point. Maybe cross over a little valley, curve here. That's probably where I want it. Okay, gonna have to have a look at how close I want those to be. That's the right layer. Yes, that's the right layer. Good. Okay, just so that the rail's touching the circle, the indicator. It would be good if there was a keyboard shortcut for limit contextual information. So a little bit more. Like that. That's the right distance, I think. Now, I do want this to be elevated a bit. Okay. So, let's see, how far up is this? 10 meters, okay. Perhaps, well, how far up is the embankment usually over here? I think like something like 5 meters? Yes. Okay. Oh, well, then my most heartfelt congratulations to them. Seems like they're getting along quite well. Okay, 10 meters up here. If I continue this at 10 meters, we could come up to another little hillside. Maybe I could increase it slightly. Could be a mixed freight that stops by the quarry to pick up the gravel cars, then delivers its train to the yard down here. That train is then broken up and the local gravel freight is made up and sent to the cement plant. Well, the cement plant, I want the cement plant to be down here. The gravel pit is all the way up here. But yeah, well, that could work. Although there is a small yard over here at Nothaseer. So I suppose that it could be either it could be taking just a unit train of gravel down to the yard, or it could be a mixed freight coming from here that drops off a little bit and then continues a bit further. That might also work. It's so strange to be working on another part of the map. It's like the human brain has connected Trainz life with industrial area and building and detailing. And now that that's gone, we're back to countryside work. Honestly, it's dizzying. Well, not so much dizzying as it is refreshing, but it's nice. Yes, thank you for that comment. Okay. I want a little bit of a hillside over here. Not that much, just a little bit. Maybe coming along like that. And then, how tall? Oh, that's 24 meters. Maybe a bit much. Maybe 20 meters. No worries. Will you also have a settlement called Move Along? Doubtful. Along with Northusia. Maybe, but doubtful. Maybe I should check my shadow settings, but I think they're on low. Yeah, the issue is with the shadow settings, if I close Trainz and restart it, it might go into the rebuild database, in which case the stream for today would be cancelled. Which I don't want, now that we're finally working on a bit other than the industrial area. For as much as fun as that is, it is nice to have a bit of a refreshing change. Hey, we can be back to wanting a bigger brush size, yay! Back to the good old days. Quarry local puts gravel cars in small yard up north. Mixed freight from further north stops and picks up loaded cars and travels on to big yard in the south. That train is broken up, and other trains are made up from it to include a local that delivers the cement to the cement plant. Yes, that is what I had figured you meant. But thank you for clarifying. Wait, what? Oh, haha. Yeah, of course, these are the little spline points. I thought there was steam or smoke particles, haha. Speaking of steam particles, my game will be releasing on Steam soon. The store page isn't up quite yet, but it is finished-ish. Just need to set a release date and a price and stuff. But other than that, it's basically done. So that's something you look forward to. Oh, and don't worry, I will make sure that anybody who is at all connected with the channel or the Discord server is going to be aware that my game is releasing, because otherwise that wouldn't be very good marketing. Okay, so now the question presents itself. Do I want a little bridge in here or not? Maybe a little culvert pipe. Let's see if I connect that up to there. No, I want this to be actually on the top level of the station. So I need to create a little bit of a bump there. Ha 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 ha. Oasis, congratsies. What game is that? Living Art, it is called. The Steam page isn't up yet, so you won't find anything. However, on Discord, there is already a channel for it that I created a while ago. Yes, there have been delays. I'm guessing on everyone tag would be in order for that to release? Yes. Also, the question the question resents itself. Ha! It's pixel art, 2-platform game called Living Art. Yes. About a little clay pot-like figure coming to life in a museum, escaping and finding a place to call home, while going on adventures both on Earth and in outer space. So, actually yes, I want... Would that warrant a little bridge? Maybe. Let's see if I can find a good one. It's better to watch the trailer when it's up, which will soon be. Dun dun dun. And by soon, I mean like within the next couple of days. Dun dun dun. And I do mean that. One moment. Dun dun dun. Yes, there we go. Thank you. Wow, sounds wondrous. I'll definitely give it a play when it releases. Thank you. Will you also give it a buy when it releases? Ha ha ha. Ah. I'm joking. Ish. Right. Maybe another one of this type of bridge. Oh, maybe we can have... Actually, those would probably go along the road in that case. It will be released in the next few plot days. Well, yes. That's the release date ever since... I don't know, maybe a year ago. You're not wrong, though. Okay, so... If I put a spline point... That's not right. I need to set that. Dun dun dun! Do pre-orders get free coach? Get a free coach yard. Where? That's my... Why is that that way? Why is that that way? That's the question. I thought I'd... that's a bit annoying. Okay, well... Okay, set a spline point there. Actually, you know what? No. I'll set a new spline point just there. And then get the gradient from here. Which is apparently 0, okay. And then just set, nope. And then just set the height of that to that. Which means that we should now have this as a fixed height spline, which means this point should be yellow. Yes, it's yellow. A free coach yard delivered right to your backyard. Haha. Probably about to there should be fine. Okay, so now if I delete this and add that from there up to there, probably straighten this as well. Maybe not. Well, maybe, yeah, I probably should straighten that. Then I can move this one over slightly to there. Remove that spline point now that we don't need it anymore. I think that's a good height for a bridge. And then I can apply the embankment here and here. Kojia, Norway. Well, I think we're gonna be selling internationally, considering we're gonna release on Steam. The plan is to probably also release on the Mac App Store, but that'll come later. For now, it is Steam only. Okay. Ah, I see. Right. Good. Good, good, good. That in there. That one's straightened. And I want to continue this gradual thing. Bridge looked kind of nice with the gentle curve in it. I know, but it's a bit odd because it's going one way and then the other. Maybe we can have a little waterway over here that goes over this way. Yeah, we could have something that maybe that, although if it's going that way, if that river's flowing this way, well, I suppose it could come that way, and then this could just be a different river coming down this way and then down there. But it might even make an appearance. We might have that 4-track main line going over a bridge before the terminus. That might be quite good. We can have maybe wetland underneath here going that way. In the future. Alright, before that. I see. Also on the Mac Game Store? Or Origin in the future? I'm not sure if it's worth the hassle. True. Maybe the terrain shifted and that's why it's a bit bent. Oh, yes. That... While that would explain it, I don't particularly like that explanation. Wetland marshes, swamps. Yes. Could just be a long, deep valley running through there, not necessarily a big body of water. No, not a big body of water. Maybe a little stream, and since it's a valley, it may be a little bit of wetland in here. I need to get the supports. And probably an abutment or 2. Or 5. Okay, is there any way to see how that's aligned? Basically, no. Well, ish. I can see if I look through the center there, I can kind of see if I line them up like that. Fair enough, haha. A little live stream? Ha. Hopefully it's going to be live streamed. Let's have a look. Okay. This is probably not going to be the final placement. Just kind of getting a feel for it at the moment. Okay. There, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one. I might have had some stored up from before when I didn't say there one when I placed one. Okay. Looks okay. Might look a bit better with abutment. Abutment. EMT abutment. That's the wrong positioning. I mean, that might look good, but because it's going uphill, it's cutting into that. It's unfortunate. Track type is not compatible with the object being placed, even though it's a trackside object? What? That's odd. CL1s are... Well, actually, the CL1s are a bit small since they're for narrow gauge stuff, but... Maybe that's not the... No. No, that's a bit too narrow. Maybe that's a wider one somewhere. Abutment 2. Ha! That old asset. Oh, I remember this old asset. Abutment 1. Haha! Do you remember this? Do you remember this old asset? Ah, I used to use this all the time as a bridge support, and I'd have two into each other, and then it'd flicker and stuff like that, and fond memories found just now. That looks a bit small there. Right, it's basically just eye to hand coordination. Well, give or take. Give or take an eye or two. Oh, that has it. This old asset. Yes, of course I do. So did I. Memories. Very fond. Good. Abutment, darker wood. I mean, that would fit better with the color scheme. Plus it's a little bit larger as well, which I quite like. Close enough-ish. Yeah, sure. I'll probably fix that bit down there. What would it look like if I had these on that side as well? Bit of symmetry. Yes, a bit of symmetry. How about that? Close enough, fish. Close enough-ish. Looks okay, not that spectacular. And the one with the lighter wood. Actually, would that look better? Replace one. Let's see. Do I prefer it with a lighter wood? Slash. Actually, that looks like it's stone there. I think I do prefer the stone, actually. Technically, shouldn't the abutment line up with the very end of the bridge? Well, yeah, but if I line it up like that, then, well, you only get to see, you barely get to see it. I suppose I could move that back this way. Might make more sense. But that I can do that with spline points. I just want to see what it looks like for now. Adjust the terrain? Yeah, I can do that as well. I'm just trying to find the right asset for now. So far, that's my favorite. Let's see what these other ones have to offer. Oh, now that, on the other hand, that might be my new favorite. Although, because it's so long, it is poking through a bit, so... I mean, that would fit perfectly with the bridge. The color palette, everything. But unfortunately, because I would have to have it over the bridge like that, unless I straightened and have that. I can maybe I can probably figure some stuff out there. We'll see. Okay. What about this one? Is that one better? I can't see any different there. Oh, that one's seasonal, the other one's not. Might as well use the one that's not seasonal, considering this is not a seasonal route. Good job, that. That looks good. Both do, I think. Good. Good, good. Not that one. No. Okay, so I've chosen one, and it's this one. A little bit sure, okay, fine enough, probably. I can hide that seam with grass. And then I need to fix the bridge. Okay, that one like so. Now, the real question is, what is the height difference between the end point and start point here? So that is weird. Look, it's not showing up again. Why isn't that showing up the other... Wait, can I separate? And then... Nope, not that one. Still not that one. That one, yes. Then connect it. Then apply the height. And then... Oh! Ha! Of course. We do have a spline point. It's just underground. See? It's fine this time. Although I did have a missing spline point some other time. What's the asset called? The asset is called abutment space minus space concrete. All a facade. Most of it a facade. Right, so 15.3 and over here, ooh, 11.35. Okay, I'm debating because if I put in, oh, that's really annoying. Okay, no, I need to have that like that, so it has the same inclination, shall we say. How about that one remembered? I don't know. Okay, so now if I delete these two bits, then add a small bit in there, straighten, and then add the abutment to that, then I can play with the height difference. Because you can see the issue of it poking through there. So what I'd really need to do is have this bit be straight, like that. But then that might be a bit odd because then you'd have an incline going up this way, then it'd straighten out for a tiny little bit, and then you'd have an incline on the bridge, and then it'd straighten out for a tiny little bit. Although here it's going up the hill, so I wouldn't have to really straighten out, I think. Maybe that is the best choice. We'll see. Face facade. Yeah. Trainz, you abutment. 1 minus 1 concrete. You are the chosen one. Oh, is it? Good. Connect. Torbay connect. No, wait, what? No. Okay, that's not exactly lined up. I should probably fix that. Like that. See, haha. Okay, and that should be fine like this, and then I can fix the terrain afterwards. Oops, not that one. At some point in my tabletop role-playing sessions, I should let the players find the Eye of Harmony. Yes, I know it's Star Trek, but the Eye of Harmony can be anywhere, right? Okay, need to fix that a bit. Almost done. I can just imagine the Can Studio reference, the Can Studio audience. Hey, alright. The what now? That's from Dota 2, innit? Dota 2? What do you mean? Do you mean the Eye of Harmony, by any chance? Laughter. Yes, I thought you meant laughter. Eye of Harmony. LOH. Well, if you want to have a look, if you want to look it up. EOH. EOH? Well, at least you don't mean area of effect. AoE. Okay. Right. Or left, whichever you prefer. Alright. Okay. I am quite happy with this-ish. The supports are a little bit weird now. I need to realign them. Well, might as well replace them because they're now no longer centered. Actually, while we're on the subject of Doctor Who reboot, have you seen Sarah Jane Adventures and Torchwood, and what's your opinion on those shows? Yes. What is your opinion on those shows? Willis 1961? Just waiting for the XD, or the laughing face. Ahem, Paradise. Oh, you meant me. Oh, right. Or anyone who wants to answer. Well, yeah, I've seen Sarah Jane Adventures, not all of Torchwood yet. I liked Sarah Jane Adventures, even though some of it did feel a bit, well, aimed at quite a younger audience, with the whole thing about Sarah Jane saying, well, about the thing with her saying that that she wandered the universe and adventures, but you can have adventures on Earth too if you just know where to look. Which, yeah, it's a good message. It's true. You can have adventures on Earth, and you should go looking for them if that's something you're interested in. But at points, it did feel quite like a show for very young people. Well, quite young people. But it had a lot of heart, good storytelling, mostly good acting, I would say. And yeah, I overall enjoyed it, and it did what it wanted to do very well. For Torchwood, I haven't seen that much of it, so I can't really comment. Also, do I need to... Alright, I probably do need to. Yes, put the train up here again as well. Yes. Have not seen Sarah Jane Adventures. It has not been on over here that I'm aware of. Torchwood was pretty good. Measure length of bridge, then find center for support. Yeah, well, I did do that-ish with the field of view, so I went up like that and then tried finding the center where they were both on the edge of the screen. But I can do it your way as well, if you prefer. Okay. Got that. And yeah, you can see the support is in the center-ish. Okay, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Fine. You convinced me. Right. I thoroughly remember this line. 13 Benjamin Road is where Sarah Jane Smith lives, and it's home to things way beyond your imagination. Yeah, that was a bit odd. I know it was not meant that way, but that is what it definitely sounded like. Yeah, but everything's okay. There's no need to worry. The Master's alive, and everything's fine. I'm sure it is. Hey, I got this one pretty right, actually. So, Sergeant Season 2 intro. Alright, I'm too engineering. No, it's good. It's just this way it takes a bit more time. And since we've spent so much time detailing the engineering area, no, the industrial area, I really just want to get going with this stuff. Yeah, I missed this one by quite a bit. No, and... yes? Ready? Always. Stares into camera for a second. Yes, exactly. Also, you did not notice the thing I slipped into one of my previous sentences about a minute or so ago. You didn't notice it, did you? It took you far too long to realize. I quite like that. Wait, what? Go ahead, say again. Was props typing? Probably. Again. Hahaha. We'll see. Okay, so that can come in from up here. Although, I'd really like the track bowing the other way, bowing, whatever. Let's try. If I reduce this in height slightly, about there, would that be better? Answer, yes. 16.82. 15.3. Okay. CNR station, Baden, maybe, or something. What would that support look like rotated 90 degrees? Would it fit? It's a track side object. I can't rotate it, unfortunately. I can only flip it, but I can't rotate it. If it's a track side object, it can't be rotated by 90 degrees. Yep. Unfortunately. I think there is an object version of this as well. Actually, I might have placed that somewhere else. Let's have a look. I might have placed that on the flyover. Okay. Although, no, I think with the flyover, those were different objects. Yeah, they were just these little ones. Yeah, and my shadows are on low, because otherwise this would have a shadow, and it doesn't. I suppose I could turn them off, but again, the fear of the forced database rebuild. Unless an invisible track was laid in the air with 90 returned, unconnected to the rest of the tracks, just for support. Just curious. Yeah. I could do that with the invisible track, but I won't. Do you want to know why? Because that would just be... it takes so much time. That would take so much time to do that. And I don't want to spend that much time on a detail like that. Because this is already taking so much longer than I had previously expected. So I'm just going to extend these tracks straight for a while, like that maybe. I don't know where exactly I want the cement works to be at. Should it go down or up? Stretches tracks to infinity and beyond. Infinity and beyond! Nah, just falling with style. Interesting how it's curious, but not curiosity. Not curiosity. Curiouser and curiouser. let's just see. If I imagine coming down this way, station, good. Going that way, over the bridge, into the tunnel, good, good. Now if I'm going this way, just coming out of the tunnel, what do I feel would be better? A little bit of curve that way, a little bit of curve this way. Wait, what? Why is that different? Wait, do these not have... Oh, these might be rotated slightly. Yes, they are. It's probably like... Yeah, this one needs to be rotated exactly 180 degrees. There we are, that fixes it. I think a right-hand curve would fit better here. That was a Buzz Lightyear quote. Yes, exactly. Which is why I said the thing about falling with style. I know, although I never knew he was a Gandhi dancer. Okay. Yes, I think... Yes, I do like that. Maybe we can have a little bit of a dip in here, since it seems to have naturally put one in anyway. Maybe not that big of a dip. Maybe just like that. Now that of going along through there, and then up this way. And then that could maybe be the one that has the pipe underneath it. He did that to work his way through the Space Academy. Alright, so it was part of the training. Depends on your definition of training. Actually, that should be 20 meters. Not 208 meters, 20 meters. Actually, I wonder, what is the tallest, like the furthest, highest up bit of track that we've got on this map? I think I might just want to check that. The lowest, of course, being 0 meters. Is that going uphill still? I'm not entirely sure. Let's quickly check up here. That is 233 meters. 231 meters. How about over by that? No, that's got to be much lower over here. Yeah, 226. Yeah, so 233 meters. Damn, that's impressive. Yeah. I guess it's by the dam? Of course. That was very punny. Hahaha. Perhaps. Training. Just noticed that. Okay. So... Yes? Yes. Actually, let's look. Cement. Is there... Oops, not that. Cement. Oh! That's not a very good track. I don't really want to place all of these, but I'm going to anyway, just because I want to have a look at what they look like. Okay. Is there a cement works? Cement industry. Okay, so just as a representative of where this might be going, and I need to tell you what, I'm going to draw the ballast underneath the tracks now, so that I can see them without disappearing, at least where they're going. Topmost track ain't half bad. Looks like a NG3 track. Maybe. The red ballast one. Yeah, I know which one you mean. Been a while since we did this. Okay. See, now, from back here, it looks like I can see where the tracks are going. Even from back here, I can see where the tracks are going this way. Isn't that interesting? Right, so the junction has to be facing that way. So the track has to be coming in this way, I would say. Ish. If I want to have it here, I'm not going to have it exactly here because I want to have a little bit more housing over here and over there. Right. It's been so long. Absolutely marvelous ballasting there, Mr. Shardice. I'm not a Mr. Shardice is a partnership. And I'm not a Mr. Right. Also not a Miss or Mrs., just to clarify. I'm a man. But anyway, right. As opposed to a Mr., because there's a difference between a person and a man or woman. Anyway, don't want to get into that. So, although if you want to get into that, please do look it up. It's fascinating. Anyway, I want the industry to be facing that way, so that if there is a train coming that has... So if there's a train coming that has like a mixed consist, which something like Willis suggested, then it should be going forward and then probably back some of the cars in here, so then it can continue, or maybe go into a siding. Although, I suppose it depends on what sort of things I want. Because if I want a little bit more switching, then maybe the other way would be better. So because if I had it like that, that's a bit too big, one moment. If I had it like that, then if that was at the, well, hold on, one moment. Yes, if that was at the end or beginning of a siding, well, probably the end of a siding, then I could take the mixed freight, could come into a siding, decouple the locomotives, run around the train, decouple a bit, and then go push that in here, then come back to the front and then continue. Or you'd have to do that, well, if this has its own local switcher locomotive, which it probably would, then if it has a siding, then that locomotive would be doing the stuff about getting the loaded cement or the unloaded, not grain, gravel cars onto the siding, and then local freight could come by, reverse on, and go ahead. So if I have a double ended siding, then it doesn't really matter. Because on the one hand, train could come in, drop off some cars on the siding, continue on, then the switcher comes, collects them, and then goes back. And the other way could deposit them, come onto the siding, reverse in, then continue. Yes. So it's just a matter of which way do I prefer it. Also, where do I prefer it? Do I want it to be there? Or is that a bit... Anyway, gonna read chat. Right. Apologies. Human being, male. Human being, that term also might have some other meanings. If you look into it, but it's better than person. Yes, I know you're right. Shouldn't that be Commodore, Shardice? Officially no. Oh, one of these. Komodo dragon. Oh, is that? Oh, sorry, that's Komodo dragons. Ha ha ha. Stream title: MVRing out of town. Hey milkman, don't need no milk. Yes. Okay, sure, not human being. Well, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. Because there's a difference between man and human. Maybe. I haven't looked into it that much. I need to look into it more. Anyway, how about man o' the land? I don't want to mow the land. Why would I want to mow the land? Okay, anyway. So we've got house. Let me just grab a house object. Do I actually want all of these everywhere? Maybe. Maybe some others as well. Who knows? So I'll just randomly place some along here. Just so that we know-ish what this might look like. And these can be some more old curvy roads along there. Commodore Paradise, Railroad Tycoon. Like Commodore Vanderbilt. Tahaha. Well, perhaps. It's been a while since I've played Railroad Tycoon, though. Okay, so I think I like the looks of this being over here. The cement works in this area there. Because you can see it from the station. It's not that far away. There's enough space to come over onto a siding, merge back in over there, and for a spur to come out. Random places, new objects. Begin, cancel. Huh. Right, randomly place. I remember Vanderbilt from Sid Meier's Railroad. Roads had quite an expressionful face. Okay, so right. Probably, well, actually, I can have the run around there. Well, not run around. The sides are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 might be enough. Just counting the grid spaces. Okay, junction. Let's get rid of these ones. You could do it with one of those big balloon tracks going all the way around it. I could. I'll have a look. So you mean kind of like the one over here? A little bit like that. Although they did slightly cartoony for the people portrayed, like in Civ 6. I'm grabbing my head and code. I'm leaving the CAD unknowed. Yeah, something like that. Well, I can have a look. Wait, is that straightened? I don't think it is it? Hold on. It's so difficult to tell with these pieces sometimes. No, it's not. Is that straightened? Oh no, it was straightened. There we are. And that's straightened. I think so, yes. Let's just place the switches quickly. That's the wrong switch. Okay, well... That isn't that? A software design automation plus toolset with web and mobile apps? What? Autodesk? I don't know. Don't worry, the link won't sign you up to a 1-year subscription. No, it is 10 years. So, okay, let's see. Let's just get a vague idea of what that might look like. So you could have this come over that way. The issue with these balloon tracks is that they have to be quite sizable, otherwise it's going to be a bit too... Yeah, see, even that is quite tight. Don't really want this to be that large. Maybe move that over there a little. Yeah, see, even something like that, which is already quite large around there, might be a bit too steep of a curve. Maybe. Yeah. Though I suppose it's not that bad. I don't know, how big is that one in comparison? Well, that radius down there isn't actually that big of a difference. What is this radius here? One moment. It's 140 on that bit. 130 is kind of... No, 100 there. Oh, on this bit it goes down to like 70. On that little corner there. Let's have a look. Well, that's 100 or something. Going down to 99. I just need to go down to 86. That's over 100. Oh, that's 90. Hundred. Actually, that's 88. Yeah, actually, that would work, surprisingly. If we accept the gradient at the farm to be acceptable, then... Well, I say, well, curve radius, I mean not gradient, radius. Then this would also... be acceptable. You know what I mean. Pick your words for me. I'll be fine. Cement plants can be quite large. Areas where they dump out the gravel in mountainous piles with multiple conveyors running to the buildings. I think I'm going to have to look at some reference material before I do too much more work over here. It's been a while. Get radius? Never used that tool before. I've never been to one else yet. I've yet to go. But interesting. That would work. Make a connection to the inside that gives continuous loop. So you mean like a Y in here? So you mean something like that? It's useful. Yeah, I do quite like this idea now. Bit wobbly still, but that's fine. Might also be interesting to have it on a bit of a grade like that, but look, it's a cement plant. Look, it's a cement plant. Well, yeah, but you kind of always see it though. Well, let's check the gradients again now that this, well, I suppose I should probably have a little bit of a straightened bit in there. And double or triple track the loop. Although how would that work with a Y? Or do you mean just along the back, not along the front? Oh yeah, because it's on the inside of the roundabout. Oh well. That will give storage for empty and full cars. Yeah, might not be a bad idea. Reference was worth it anyway, even if it's not probably executed in practice. Okay, let's have a look. That goes down to 70, that's fine. That looks a bit tight. Well, 60, that's not too bad. Other side? Yeah, other side's fine. And this has pretty much got same-ish radius all the way around it. Okay, let's just see about connecting this in here. And having a little straight segment like that. By the way, the thing that I said that you completely missed was the master's alive. Because that's just a thing that is so easily missable, isn't it? How about if I delete that? No, no. I do that, and then apply the height from there up to there, so that we get a straight junction, and then we have it going down this way and then up and down on the other side. Okay. Just more ballast? What do you mean? Oh, right. What's going to be in the center of the Y? Just more ballast? Who knows? Maybe a signal box. Is there a tool to make a circle of track at X radius? Not that I'm aware of. There might be a helper to download. I can have a look on the DLS. But I wasn't sure how to respond to it. Oh, right, it is. I did hear it. I wasn't sure how to respond to it. And I wasn't sure if you had said alive or a lie. And then other thoughts were brought to mind and I forgot about it. Also, I can imagine that some players will use that loop around the cement plant as a racetrack. Well, then some of them will have to start a bit sooner because they'll have a longer way to go. Let's have a look. I think my first class ticket may have run out. I'm not sure. Hold on. Maybe also... circle guide. Is that an object? Might be. Let's have a look. have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look. Okay. Let's filter for today. Now if I place that in here, yeah, it is a guide. I don't know what the radii are. 3dtrains.com, superior radons for train simulators. Good to know, good to know. Metro Circle Guides Spline. Oh wow, nice. Pretty damn close to the blue one. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Well, this might be very helpful. No, not today. I mean, no payware. Let's see if we can't make this a bit better. Might need to add a few more spline points here and there. Let's just try and fix this bit first, but that won't work without the others. Okay, fine. Yeah, it's a bit difficult to do this in Trainz because of the way that splines work. Let's try maybe moving this one up slightly now. Nope. It's because that's not in the center there, because the junctions do tend to mess things up with circles a bit. You can see if I add one there, how much that's going to mess things up, and then if I add one there instead and then put that one out, it's going to change it even more. It's not going to be really good. Unless I space them out equally, but that's going to be a bit difficult. Plus, I don't know where I'm going to put the junctions in yet, so that's another point. Let's try this. I think that that's probably close enough. I'd say that's close enough. Oh, there's a link. Huh. Oh, when's the copyright of that site? Is there any copyright? There's no date. Oh well. Yes, indeed. Oh, I like it. I like this. Looks good to me. Plus, I don't know where I'm gonna put the junctions in yet, so that's another point. Haha. Yes. XD. I mean, that could be the thumbnail right there. People might wonder what it's about, but that's good because then they might click on it. Wait, did I? Oh, there it is. It's just saved. Okay. Now, tell you what, I'll create a layer called Hiddens. And guess what? I'll hide that So then I can put this thing on the hiddens layer and get rid of it that way. Mwahaha. And now I want to check the radius, because that's parts of it seem a bit tight, but technically shouldn't fluctuate that much. Nope, that's quite good. And over here, 90, going down to about 70. That's all good. Okay, that is surprisingly good. Of course, you can't really see it because of the loading of this particular track disappearing so quickly. Hello, Mr. Snipes. Welcome. Oh, I have some bad news about your character in the Saturday game. He had a little unconscious spacewalk without a suit. He got pulled to safety and he's mostly fine. Well, he will be. The shuttle's kind of breaking apart, but we'll fix that probably somehow. Yeah, after being captured by the Dominion and then set out as bait, which, anyway, but he's mostly fine, but your character is kind of, well, there was a complication. The jump, because the shuttle doesn't have an airlock and they didn't have another suit, okay, your character is blind now. Yes. But other than that, everything's going to be fine. Other than that, everything's going to be fine. You might get a visor. We'll figure some things out. Blind, yes. Like Jordy Blind, well, we don't have a visor yet, but in the future he's probably gonna get if they manage to come back to the ship, because they've taken the Tholian Widow out to get you, which is kind of dissolving at this point, and it's sending out the ship's on the way to save you, but that means that the Dominion vessel has free path to the core world. It's a bit complicated, I know. It's a whole thing. Anyway, right, where was I? XT60 mathematical mathematical alphagetti. Hey, Mr. Snipes. Well, come on in, sir. Looks a bit like a dartboard. It does a bit. Hey, hi. Yeah, sorry about that. He should not have tried on that old red shirt he found in the closet. Oh, at least you've still got your lime green uniform. Like Jordy Blind? Yeah, yes, Mr. Snipes. He can get a visor probably. Sounds like a sour pickle. It is, because there was a whole thing with Riser and some Dominion agents sabotaging the geological stabilizers. Their plan, of course, to destabilize once they are ready, to create an emergency so that the Federation ships from all over the sector would come racing to the rescue, leaving the patrol paths unguarded, allowing for a foothold to be created at the Xyrilia system. And due to the player's actions, that was kind of accelerated, which meant that they had to act sooner, which might be good because they weren't as prepared. But it did mean that now the Dominion is within striking range of the core worlds, and so all the ships in the area were called to form a task force at Orion, which is kind of close by, and they all came. However, on a frontal assault, the Federation would probably lose. So the plan was to maybe starve them out by cutting off the Ketracel White supply, the hope being that the Dominion didn't... they were rushed, and so they don't have enough Ketracel White on the ship to outlast basically the siege, essentially. Yes. So the player ship was sent on a mission to, well, a recon mission, basically, a reconnaissance mission. And things were working quite well, only they couldn't find any Dominion ships on there. And so they carried on a little bit, and then the planet hailed them and invited them down for some shore leave, which is a bit odd, but considering that they didn't have any other leads to go on, they decided to go. And the Dominion Weyoun, specifically, the Weyoun, was waiting down there at an old abandoned farm, and they had a lovely chat about how the Federation really does need to surrender, otherwise the Dominion will crush them, which of course the players didn't really respond that well to. Well, surprisingly well, actually. The first officer tried to convince them that the Dominion isn't good. He tried to convince Weyoun that the Dominion wasn't good. But anyway, yeah. And then there's the whole situation because they had this weapon which could dissolve electronics and stuff. Like, literally dissolve the metals. And they had tested it on, well, they used it on some of the cities on Xyrilia Prime to... because they were resisting, and so they couldn't have that. And yeah, they were threatening to use it on the core worlds if they couldn't make it. If they were being cut off and they were going to essentially be starved out of Ketracel White, then they were going to make a run on the core worlds to attempt to release this concoction on them to disintegrate most, if not all, the technology on there. So, yeah, that was the meeting done. Luckily, nothing worse happened. However, yes, they did trace where the transporter beam went to after Weyoun and his bodyguards beamed back. And as it turns out, it went to one of the moons. And upon closer inspection, it turns out that a sizable area on the backside of the moon was actually a hologram, probably a converted shield emitter, which would explain where the Dominion ships are. There might be more than one. So yes, your character was chosen to go on a shuttle, a little recon mission on that to get a little bit more information about this hidden base or / ship on that moon. You went in running dark, so just taking your orbital path in, collecting passive scans. However, you really didn't roll that well on your piloting check. You got complications, and so they kind of knew you were there, and since you didn't have any shields, and they've got transporters that go through shields anyway, they beamed you off and placed you unconscious in a cargo container on a warp sled that was about 6 hours warp away. Trying to lure the player's ship away so that they can either escape or make a run on the core worlds. And, well, the ship that was sent, the players decided to send one of their small craft, a stolen Tholian Widow, to rescue you. Now the thing with that is that, as it turns out, it doesn't have a transporter. So, and they only brought 2 of these suits. So that was a bit of an issue. And since they didn't use a transporter, they had no way of knowing that the 6 personal cloaking devices that they had on there, the shroud things that you can use, that they were already kind of infested with that concoction. And so when that was brought back onto the Widow, of course, it started eating stuff. And yeah, so that's basically the situation that you're in now. And the ship, the player's ship, ended up having to leave its guard at Xyrillia to try to rescue both, not just you, but also the first officer and one of the security guards, another player character, which, of course, meant that the Dominion ship immediately started making a run for the core worlds. And the Klingons are also coming, but they owe a debt to the captain, so that's probably okay. Who knows? And yeah, that's pretty much the situation that we're in at the moment. So yeah, although the security officer did really well on his medicine check. So yeah, the blind thing is the only consequence of being out in the vacuum of space for a maybe good 20 to 30 seconds. Maybe a little bit longer, because there was some trouble getting you over. You were drifting free for a while there. Right. Right. Let me read chat. Sounds like it's our pickle. First officer, me, Steve, and Cricket are still in the shuttle. Distress calls have been sent out to the Eisendrache, and the Eisendrache has received them. Session end. Nebula class, NCC 1308, tactical pod. We've also got an orange painted worker bee. Dominion, the rascals! Yes. We even got to talk with Wayun today, and last week. Yes, that Wayun. Did they graduate Starfleet out of a cereal box? Well, let's just say today the captain had to be relieved of duty by the chief of security. Yes, I know the chief of security technically doesn't have that authority, but it was recommended by the chief of security, and the captain did have enough sense to comply. So, which actually left the communications officer, who was originally from 100 years in the past, in charge of the bridge. Again, surrounded by a bunch of ensigns. Yes. Dad, look what surprise I found in the cereal box today. Wow, son, a Starfleet graduation. Congratulations, boy. You're going to space. Wow, Dad. Wow, son. Yes, XD. Yeah, complications were had. But it could have gone worse. Yes, it could have. Sounds like they didn't plan to find me alive. No, they did. They did plan to find you alive. It's just nobody quite remembered that it didn't have a transporter, including me. And by the time we did, it was already... well, it was already too late, wasn't it? Okay, I think that's probably enough. We've got one round one there. I'll probably add like a thing in the center. A way to cross over here. Well, we did. But we didn't know what the situation would be. Maybe the Dominion would have wanted to trade us getting our pilot back in exchange for surrendering to them or something. We don't know. Well, then, if they wanted that, why would they send the pilot alone in a shuttle or cargo container attached to a warp sled? That's 6 hours warp away. Sounds like an epic session. It was. The last two were really great. They were really great, but it's with a Dominion. I do play them because the Dominion are clever. In Deep Space Nine, the Dominion are clever. And that is the way that I play them. So if the Dominion have a chance to gain an advantage, 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe, to gain an advantage, no, I've got to do that, 1 moment. Yes, if they have an opportunity to gain an advantage, then they're going to take it. And they're going to try to trick the players. So, yes, that's what's been happening. Right. Yes, they're coming for the core worlds now. About an hour away. Wait, what? The core world's about an hour away? What? Huh? No! You are about an hour away from rescuing the people in the Widow. The Dominion ship is more than an hour away from the core worlds. So, yikes. Oh, it was. There were quite a few problems too, but fun. Yep. Captain went a bit trigger happy with the disruptor. Ahem. Yes. Let's just say the captain doesn't like spies. After, well, quite a few shenanigans with spies about 2 years ago. Okay, so if that goes over 1, we'll need another bit in here. That shouldn't be too difficult. Let's leave it at that. Shadows, oh, I can't wait until you add the heaps of gravel, land, or cement. Well, in good news today, I'm maybe 2 days away from completing the entire branch line of my route. Oh, well done. Right, Shadows, true, but we didn't know it was a warp sled before we went there. Well, you thought it was a shuttle, which essentially it was. It was a makeshift shuttle. Also, you never even tried to gain control of the warp sled, to try to pilot it back to the ship, which is another option, which just probably never crossed your mind. I expected there to be an uncloaked Dominion vessel there. The Dominion vessels don't have cloaking. But hey-ho. Oh, nice. Leaving from a city servicing 2 towns along a scenic Great Lakes coastline. Oh, that's very nice. Trainz, wait, what? Oh, right. Wasn't sure. Cheers for clearing that up. The Dominion are smart, and that's how I'm playing them. They would try to trick the players, so that's what's been happening. Well, pretty much yes. Pretty much, yes. Okay, so from here, across 1, across 2, so I do need a... okay, fine. I need to make that a little bit smoother, and then I do need another straightened bit in here. Wait, are those? Oh, of course. Never mind. I've just remembered something. But I have been playing them fair, so I haven't been cheating. I've only been playing them with the knowledge that they have. So, of course. So that's the thing. Okay. Yes, so you've got crossover in the middle, so you've got essentially 3 sidings there, 3 there, and basically like 1 here, maybe? And then at some point I will also have to have the loading, unloading tracks, although that might be on the main circuit, I don't know, I'll have to look up some stuff. I see, sounds lovely. Let's look at the link. Oh, Lehigh Valley Railroad Modeler. Cement. Ah, that does look very large. I'm not making it that big. No. If we did that, I would spend another like maybe 3 or 4 months building that. That would be ridiculous. That would be the size of all of this area down there, if not bigger. I'm not doing that here. It's got to suffice with like a small ring like that, maybe a few sidings off the edge or in the center as well going in. But I'm not making it that big. But that is a very nice picture there. Let's see if I can, maybe there are track plans or something. Nice locomotive. Does look nice. It does look nice though. Coordinates. Oh, that's probably where to find it on Google Maps. Let me just quickly copy those out. I want to quickly have a look. Be back with you in a moment. Talked amongst yourselves. Yes. Oh right, it is much smaller nowadays though, isn't it? If you look in there. Yeah, that's just got the main line going down there. Then about 3 sidings in there with not much in the terms of unloading facilities, although it does go up there. Alright, and that's where the unloading facilities are. You've got a couple of tracks there. Oh, and that's probably where the cement gets filled in. I see. Yep. On Google Maps, it doesn't look that complicated. It looks quite basic. But that picture, that black and white picture, that was quite, quite sizable. Oh yeah, true, no cloaking. But masked identity, may? B. Yeah, the thing was over the top, maybe. Wait, 1 year? The Cement Works Chronicles, Chapter 1, Early Beginnings. Scale down to fit in that loop. Yep. Everything squeezed in. Talketh amongst yourselves, chatters. That's not the same one, but just an example of current one. Oh, yes. Right. You wouldn't think these pictures are from 2002, apart from picture 1. Oh, really? Are they? I didn't see. I didn't look at that. Right, so actually, let's look what we can have in terms of cement. Yeah, that does look like a narrow gauge track. I think you're right. Although, looking at it, no, it is standard gauge, look. It just looks big. It looks narrow gauge because the resolution of the texture is so low, so it looks like it's zoomed in more, it's like a smaller space, but no, it's standard gauge. I've got a cement truck. Ooh, we've got building Oxwell Mains cement plant 1 and 2. That could be useful somewhere along here, maybe, probably. Hey, and then we'll have our first functional industry chain part from the gravel pit all the way down here. Cement factory, maybe. Just want to place some buildings around. Cement processing plant. Actually, does this have track connections? No. Okay. Might be useful. Cement block. Cement. Silos. Monolith. Apparently somewhere. Oh, back there. Nah, no. Cement bag. Ah, that doesn't look that high quality, but it could be useful. So could that. Hey, this one is actually called Lehigh Cement, this asset. Portland Cement. That looks too bright. Ah, wait, this one is an industry. Hold on. Where are the... Wait, what? Oh! Oh, it's got... Ah, it already has track connection points along here. I guess that just must be lowered down? One moment. Yes, we've got the track there. Let's have a look. Chalk pit consumes chalk, sand, produces cement and cement bags. Interesting. Those aren't the same things I want to use at the moment, but I'm gonna put that back there, just out of the render distance, just back there, just in case I need it. SAP cement plant. Hey, that's the one Sliver Giggle used, the ones that look like, what's it? Capacitors. Yes. Okay. Yes, that truck. Cement mixer. What about this one? Ooh, that looks pretty much pre-built. What does this need? Tomb limestone. Unload up here. I mean, even if that's not the one I want to use, the commodity I want to use, I could use this asset and just place multiple industry on top of here. That's actually being used. It's a bit strange because it only has that one product, but in here it does look like it has an unloader for something. I don't know, I'll place it back here again. No, that's a truck and that's also a truck. Okay, so that's all the stuff I've got that has to do with cement. I think that's it feels so refreshing working on something other than that area. And yes, I know it's technically another yard-ish, industry-ish area-ish, but we've got all this scenery between here, and this is just a small thing. I'm probably gonna have like a siding coming over here with an engine shed and a water tower and cooling thing, and then a few sidings going in there, and not that much in there. Probably a lot of open space as well. Did I save? I don't know if I saved. So annoying. It was so good back when it said, "Oh, you can't save, no changes detected," or something like that. Tell you what, let's place a few trees. There we go. Right. Thyselves. It says so below each picture. Alright, strange. Cement truck, too modern, too fat, too thin, too smart, too bold. Haha, I will not be treated in with this weight. Too young, too old, too fat, too thin. I refuse to be treated in. That's why it rhymes. This. Wait, I have the right. Yes. Cement block. Cement SFX. Sound effects. Yes, exactly. I have no idea what it sounds like. Yes, please. Alright, it's probably from there. Wait, Portland cement? Which Portland is that? Oregon, Maine, or Dorset? Chalk pit. I shall place it thereways, justeth out of thy render distance. Tombstone as in commodity? Wait, what do you mean tombstone? Oh, right, limestone. Tomb limestone. Was it? Yes. Yeah, imagine that tombstone ore. It does feel refreshing. What, the tombstone ore? Ooh, that's a nice moon. Luna, it's called. Or so I've heard. Like waterfall in the dead of night. Oh wait. Never mind, continue. Oh yes, I missed those days of the unable to be safe due to no changes made messages. Hopefully it has returned as before. I don't know. This is it today. Just a tiny fraction of its original glory and no rail service to it. Let's have a look. Ah, yeah, that does look a bit smaller. You can see the trail. There's a trail where the tracks used to go clearly. Well, I guess it might be power lines down there as well. But no, that does look. Yeah, that does very much look like the old track bed there. Lehigh River. Oh yeah, probably all of that area was the cement plant at one point. Yep, you're right. You are right. Really does feel refreshing, referring to new area. What a lovely new area it is. Oh, wait, one moment. What a lovely new area it is as. One moment. Yeah. I do like the way this bridge looks. Still needs a bit of work, of course. But I like it. And what a lovely new area. Okay, right. And that was it. New area. Fine. So, thank you all very much for watching. This stream will be archived. Kangafango streams on Sundays, building stuff in OMSI 2, but for the moment I think mostly driving trucks. And if you play Trainz, have a look on the download station for Central Europe as well as Cornish Railways. 2 great maps, and that was shoutouts done, over and done with. We'll build the whole night through. New area to you. For you. Okay. Anyway, thank you for watching, and bye peoples. Good morning, Perry. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. We'll build the whole night through. Good morning to you. I know now. What is up on Monday? Bye. I know it's Mr. Snipes below there, but it's funny because for me you're both the same green. So at first it looked like, what is up on Monday? Bye. No, anyway, right. So this coming Monday I'm gonna finish the cab forward quick drive and a little bit more mini metro because we're going to get to a very interesting bit and on the map, and Mini Metro was fun and I want to play it again. The Monday after that, though, I would like to do a bit more Civ 6. By Singing in the Rain, yes. More Civ, yeah, the Monday after that. And Monday after, for me, Willis is dark green and Snipes is lime green. For me, they're both dark green. XD, yes, good night. Good night, everybody. Bye. 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 Really enjoyed the stream today. Thank you. I did too. And it worked. For once it worked. Not slime green, lime green. I didn't say slime. Did I? Where's dark green and Snipes is lime green? I probably said Snipes is lime green, not Snipes is lime green. So yeah. Oh, just as I said that, just as I said it worked, literally the upload speed dropped to the red for a moment. Literally, just as I said that. Anyway, right. Right. Bye.